following video contains a super hard-hitting build, paired up with one of the hardest-hitting assault rifles in the game. While there's plenty of spud aim, there's also plenty of fully sick gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, they're all on me now. And I'm gonna get blown up by a sneaker. Oh, no.
Contaminated gear detected.
Oh, I can't see. Right, the one behind.
Rogue hive detected.
Oh, he's on hive. Yeah.
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected.
Yeah, come out. Come back around.
Agent down.
Ah, the pesky tick fucking
Nearby
jumped.
rogue agent killed.
Another one there. Clip that. That was alright. They're gonna fucking awesome me in here.
Enemy patrol detected.
You cannot hide. I see you.
Fucking playing peekaboo. Dumb shits. Oh, I just held my decoy down and they all just fucking ran past.
It cannot always be night.
We in the same game, but I'm on a different level. I pass. Gotta keep grinding till I'm laid up in the casket. No fake round, me, you feeling too plastic. Yeah, y'all feeling too plastic. This thing gon' sound crazy, but then it's straight jacket. Wow. Why you still testing my patience? Trying to turn me into something I ain't trying to be. All the hate is a heavy rotation. You gon' lose yourself with testing. Don't let me lose my mind. Don't let me lose my mind. Don't let me lose my mind. 'Cause I'm looking like Wesley test me. Don't let me lose my mind. Don't let me lose my mind. But no one's there when you call like you're trapped in the Matrix. You need to take a break from it, I think you should take 6. And just I hold a thorn and no one else can replace this. The pain will only go deeper the harder you chase it. I'm the greatest that you ever met, it's time that you face it. So tell me, why you still testing my patience? Trying to turn me into something I ain't trying to be. All the hate is a heavy rotation. You gon' lose yourself, quit testing me. Don't let me lose my mind. Don't let me lose my mind. Don't let me lose my mind. 'Cause I'm looking like Wesley test me. Don't let me lose my mind. Don't let me lose my mind.
And now,
welcome to Intermission.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting
Players.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Emotional damage!
Nope.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Gonna ghost in the phantom. Try to hit your line, but no answer. I should hold you for ransom. I should hold you for ransom.
The GPS signal has been lost.
I never let none of you close to me. I'm in the cut like I'm supposed to be. The ones that betrayed me had love for me, but so they told me. They're making it hard, taking it back to the old me. Don't play with the reaper. Pray for what you sold me. Badman, all you fears to watch his movies. Just don't cross the line, cause things get moody. Share my loot, my time, I find out man abuse me. Man put money on my head, I feel like Lucy. It happens to be, if it happens to me, then the tragedy feels much worse. And I passionately believe that these reasons will one day be my hearse. I casually see I'm a casualty, and I promise I feel like I'm cursed. Whoa. Don't let them see I was bringing you down, you gotta act like it don't hurt. It's so hard not to act reckless, so young but I'm feeling restless, yeah. It's so hard not to act reckless, but I'm young and I'm feeling restless, yeah. Coming to worse and it's coming back round for you. Going ghost in the phantom. Try to hit your line, but no answer. I should hold you for ransom. I should hold you for ransom. Going ghost in the phantom. Try to hit your line, but no answer. I should hold you for ransom. I should hold you for ransom. I've been riding by myself, got me feeling like a ghost. I ain't never need your help, I just feel you do the most. Losing friends, gaining enemies, why they wasting all my energy? Why they gotta act so fake on me? And all they talk about is loyalty. I ain't got time for it, cause this is where I draw the line. You ain't know if I'm in peace, still on the seat there's a piece. Out of sight, out of mind, I'ma take what's mine. Put it all on yourself, and I can't blame no one else. It figures. But now I watch who I move with. The smaller the circle, the better. It's easy, there's no more problems to settle. I'm looking down on you now, know there's different levels.
It's gone. Finish. How's the turret not getting him? Yeah. Oh, they ran back into the turrets to escape us. You cannot escape the negotiator.
What did he say?
Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going, and welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Righto, first up, this build I've been using in the current game in Title Update 14. I've been using it a lot when streaming on Twitch. What, you don't follow me on Twitch? Show me some love and head over there and give me a follow, it's 100% free. Now we're all well aware of all the big changes that are coming to the game and that can directly impact this build. So as we go through the build, we're going to be talking about some simple changes that we can make that will bring it up to code in Title Update 15. But don't let any of that future stuff take away from what the build is now. It's a beast. With basic team synergy and build buffs, we can reach 290% crit hit damage. What is this beast you speak of, Plum? That's right champions, this is my MK16 Negotiator's Dilemma build. We've been chopping down whole servers, beaming domes, and racking up our body counts at all ranges. This is a pretty simple build to put together, and it's very easy to use. Shit, if I can make it work for me with my spud aim, you can too. Also, a quick reminder, now that the channel has reached 10,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing that amazing giveaway. 3 lucky duckies will win vouchers to GameNetics.com. GameNetics does some freaking amazing custom controllers for both Xbox and PlayStation. They're the most customizable controller company in the world. You can pick any of their pre-customized controllers or go rogue and customize one completely yourself. To be eligible to win, you don't even need to be subscribed to the channel, that's just how nice this guy is. Join our Discord or Facebook group for your chance to win. Now the winners are going to be selected on April 21st, so if you aren't a part of these awesome groups already, you still got time to join. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, pull your finger out and give that sub button a click. And while you're there, engage with this video. A like, a comment, a share, it all helps with the magic and wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. Righto champions, let's get into it. Let's check out my MK16 Negotiators build. 5 reds, 1 blue, no skill tiers. Now definitely play around with those core stats and find that sweet spot for you. 1 to 2 blues is a very nice place to sit for me. 4 pieces Negotiator, 1 Fenris, and 1 Grupo. The way I currently have it set up is more for team play, but this still kicks ass solo. For the specialization, currently in Title Update 14, we're going to be using Firewall. When the specialization revamp happens in TU15, we might need to play around with this. But at the moment we're using it because Firewall unlocks the Striker Shield. Yes, in the PTS, shields have a massive nerf, but until they come into the live game, the shield is still one of the best options. We're also going to get that super strong armor kit, repairing 200% armor and health over 10 seconds. And our teammates will deal 10% more damage to hostiles within 10 meters of us. Super handy for those times we get pushed. Okay, so for the guns, I've gone very unorthodox on this one. I'm going to be rocking the MK16. This gun's a beast. It hits super hard and is an absolute fucking laser beam. It is a slower firing AR but has higher sustained damage and damage over total mag than the FAL and even outshines the FAMAS. This one's maxed out with damage to targets out of cover and I'm using In Sync. In Sync with a shield combo, as boring as you might find it, is currently one of the best talent combos in the game. So we're going to be using it. When TU15 drops and the In Sync shield combo doesn't work anymore, we can simply use a talent like Optimist or Ranger. They're going to both work fantastic. For our secondary, we're using the Honey Badger, another gun that doesn't get enough credit. Super stable gun, and it too outperforms the FAL and the FAMAS on mag damage. On this one, I do use Ranger. Ranger's going to amplify total weapon damage by 2% for every 5 meters that we're away. Now Ranger seems to have a little bit of a drop-off point. More than 30 meters from your target, the numbers don't seem to add up. It could be an AR thing, but it's just something to keep in mind. And for the pistol, it's the Orbit, giving us an extra 40% crit hit damage when procced. If you don't have one, you really need to get one. Righto, now for the gear on the build. The mask is the first of 4 pieces of Negotiator's Dilemma. Our bonuses are going to include 15% crit hit chance, 20% crit hit damage, and hostile negotiations. Critical hits mark enemies for 20 seconds, up to 3 marks total. When you critically hit a marked enemy, all those other marked enemies take 60% of that damage dealt. Whenever a marked enemy dies, gain 2% crit hit damage, stacking 20 times, or until combat ends. That's up to 40% more crit hit damage. All this really means is you can spray multiple targets, mark them all up, and deal massive damage over all those marked hostiles at the same time. We've got max weapon damage, max crit hit damage, and a crit hit damage mod. For the chest piece, we've got 1 piece of Fenris for that 10% AR damage. Max armor, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and a crit hit damage mod. Now the talent I've got is Unbreakable. I do like that little bit of a security blanket from the Unbreakable talent. If you want to go 6 reds and use glass cannon, you definitely can, but for my playstyle, I like unbreakable. In PvP, when our armor breaks, we get 50% of it back. This has a 60-second cooldown, and this is going to work amazingly when paired with the tardigrade build in our team. For the holster, it's negotiators as well, max weapon damage and crit hit damage, pretty simple piece. The knee pads are the third piece of negotiators. These ones aren't quite maxed out yet. Now the knee pads are what I change depending on the server and the team I'm in. I've got this other pair with armor and crit hit damage, which is going to bump us up to about 1.1 mil armor. But you know, play around with the build yourself and make sure it works for you. The gloves are the fourth piece of Negotiator's dilemma, weapon damage and crit hit damage. The Negotiator's stuff on this build is pretty easy to farm for. And lastly, the backpack is Grupo for that 15% crit hit damage. We've got max weapon damage, crit hit chance, and a crit hit damage mod. The talent we're using here is Vigilance. This is going to increase our total weapon damage by 25%. Taking damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. Now the talent Vigilance is a better option than the Negotiator's backpack talent buff. 25% damage to anything we shoot is way better than a 40% damage increase to a marked target. So not getting hit is kind of key to keeping Vigilance active, and to increase our chances of not getting hit, we're going to be using some skills. Like I mentioned before, currently in Title Update 14, the shield is one of the better options. But if all the shield nerfing that's in the PTS at the moment makes it into the live game in Title Update 15, you will more than likely want to swap out some of your skills. Changing the shield to something like the Defender Drone, a Pulse, or even a Seeker Mine, literally anything other than a shield. And our second skill is the Decoy, one of the funniest skills in the game, as you all saw in that opening gameplay. But yeah, when Title Update 15 drops, you will just have to play around with your skills a little bit and find out what works for you. Okay champions, fine print time, the stats. 52% crit hit chance, which is a good place considering one of our teammates is going to be running the Coyote's mask. 188% base crit hit damage. You've got a teammate with Coyotes, you've procced Orbit. Having full stacks of hostile negotiation means this will max out at 293% crit hit damage. We've also got 75% headshot damage, no damage to armor, but we do have that 10% damage to targets out of cover and 21% health damage. So that's the build. Again, just a quick reminder, when Title Update 15 drops, we will more than likely have to play around with our weapon talents, maybe change it to Optimist and Ranger. We'll more than likely stop using the shield, and depending how the specialization revamp goes, we might need to change a couple of things there. But at the moment, in Title Update 14, this is a beast. Also, tweaking your build's team synergy will make this build even stronger. It's always satisfying to be dropping multiple players, and this build's a fantastic build to have saved in your loadouts. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and have a crack at my MK16 Negotiators build? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. All the music on my channel is proudly brought to you by artlist.io. They're not a paid sponsor, it's just a website that I'm a member of, and their music is insanely good. It helps me and thousands of others create stunning videos with the best royalty-free music and sound effects. Artlist.io. And that's it for me on this one, champs. Drop a comment below about whatever. Any feedback, build questions, suggestions, or ideas, you know I'm easy. Help yourself and the channel, make sure that you've hit that bell notification so you know every time I upload new content. So, did you like it? Then smash that like button, and if you didn't, you can press the dislike. But remember, to support me and the channel, hit that sub button and become a creepy subscriber. And I'll catch you all in the next one, champions. I'm Plum out.